illegal immigrant threatens Donald Trump, then instantly gets deported. All right. This is a suggestion via Discord, guys. Let's go and jump into this immediately.
And then it's right, but at the same time, I don't know, because then sometimes it's I you go and then.
What? He didn't say nothing. I saved one. Who was next?
That's why I'm so sick of these bitches. I've been like you around. You won't think something else like. You won't say something like. I don't understand how you gonna connect and understand.
Bruh.
You next time I wake up.
Yeah.
Look me wrong. You gonna do.
Right. Oh, copyright. Picture of the century. Okay.
I'm back, bitch. It only took 2 days or one, couple hours, you guys, and I'm back in the U.S. See, I told you guys, this immigration shit ain't gonna stop nothing, you guys. Nothing. It's not gonna do shit. We're all gonna come back. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm just waiting for my ride now, but you guys, I'm back.
Yeah, guys, I'm on the camp of basically saying this here. All right, if you get deported and then you just come walking back through the border once again, I think you should at least have a mandatory 673 years in prison. All right, and then the next time you do it again, we double the time again. That's how that works here, I think, going forward. And I don't even think it should be our prison. It should be someone else's prison. So I don't want to pay for it. I still don't want to pay for it. But either way,
I'm back, and I don't give a what y'all think.
All right,
if y'all want to hate me, but
okay.
I'm back in the U.S. I can smell the chicken nuggets, the hamburgers. I just gotta watch out for eyes around this parking lot because those be hiding. But we back in the States, you guys. Y'all better not report my fucking account, you mother.
I'm reporting you right now. Luckily, I don't see your information.
Then ICE will find me. But yeah, I'm out here chilling, you guys.
Looks like what? California? Florida?
Hey, Daddy Trump, you want to take us the fuck out of here? Come do this shit then. Look where the fuck through your house. Look where the fuck through your streets.
Okay.
Come get it, bitch.
Oh, nah. Oh, nah.
You're fired.
And let me make something absolutely clear unless it wasn't already. If you voted for Trump, you are not allowed in Mexico. You are not allowed in Cabos, Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Aguascalientes, none of that. Guess what, baby? That's all in Mexico.
So, what's the problem? Like, listen, here's the thing, guys. There's a gigantic difference. What she's not understanding is that the people that are most likely traveling and visiting specifically the country of Mexico, they're going there on a plane or they're driving through the border. They're going there in a legal fashion and then leaving. Key word here, guys. All right. But she's not. That's not what she's not understanding this at all, guys. It's the most ignorant argument that I could ever hear in my life here. Two different apples and oranges here, guys.
Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Aguascalientes, none of that. Guess what, baby? That's all in Mexico.
Okay.
You don't like us, we don't like you. Don't go there.
No one says we don't like you. Who says that? Who said we don't like? What are you talking? You just put words in people's mouths now, guys.
Stay in your country. Figure it out. Vacation, I don't know, maybe Nebraska perhaps. One of the red states that you love so much. Stay there. Don't have margaritas, don't have tequila, no tacos, no enchiladas, none of that for you.
Right.
Stick to what you know. Maybe a burger, perhaps. No cheese, no tacos, no enchiladas, none of that for you.
Nothing one. Oh, yeah?
What's going on here?
What are you going to do? Come take it out of my ham? I'm going to eat half this plate during the break. Maybe I'll call the ICE hotline. I don't know if I'll have enough time.
That looks good.
Sure.
That looks good.
All kidding aside, it was actually really good. Taco.
It looks good.
These people broke the law. They broke the law to get here. And once they were here, they broke the law again.
Right.
These are serious crimes, folks. These are not like shoplifting. That's why they got to go.
And look at this lady here. She's sitting here wearing a New York Yankees hat, telling us to don't do this, don't do that. But the truth is, when we do actually go to Mexico and these other countries, we have paperwork. We got passports. We're not coming there to stay forever. We're just coming there to visit, check out the vibe.
And feed into the local economy. Guys.
The beaches, put some money in the local economy down there, and then we return home.
We're like the same person or something. I don't know.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. And look at the sun, just in case, because I know somebody's going to say, oh, they were opening or it's closing. Nope. Just, there's no Spanish. No,
Okay.
not even deploying.
Okay.
So let's see. This is the construction area.
I don't know. This video is a little suspect. I mean, this may border on the line of one of the ists that starts with race. The video is crazy. I'm just gonna be honest.
Yep.
Like, is this where everyone that speaks Spanish lives, bro? What is this?
Yep. Guys, Home Depot made a huge mistake. There's nobody here. Like, not Spanish. Only employees.
Okay.
You can find one grandpa or grandma trying to find some Spanish workers. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, generally we don't encounter people from Spain in Home Depot. Mostly Central South Americans. When they keep saying Spanish, it's the same as equating me that's speaking English as someone from England.
I'm here in the Pilsen neighborhood on the southwest side of Chicago, a predominantly Hispanic community. It's been relatively quiet ever since President Donald Trump came back into office last week. The reason why is that Chicago, a sanctuary city, is a hot spot for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Federal agents say they have more than 2,000 targets here. In fact, Border Czar Tom Homan was here over the weekend. He tells News Nation that he's mainly targeting violent criminals and what he calls public safety threats. That being said, a lot of even the most innocent of immigrants are in hiding at this point over the fear of mass deportation. Both the mayor of Chicago and Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois continue to stand behind and reinforce the local ordinances and laws that make Chicago a sanctuary city. That being said, President Trump, as well as the federal government, is vowing to investigate and prosecute local and state leaders who stand in the way of what they're trying to do.
Yeah, that 100% needs to happen, guys. Like 100%. If you are running a country, not a country, a state or a city, and you are actively fighting against the federal government on getting the people that are basically in this country in an illegal manner, and specifically the ones that are committing crimes, secondary offenses, let's say, then I think you should definitely most likely be held liable for the sum of money that's being spent. So if you realize that your state has spent almost $400 million, $700 million, $2 billion, $3 billion, I think you should personally be held liable for that amount of money that you are basically wasting on other people than the people who are paying into the taxes. Okay, reality here.
No disrespect to the people that's coming over here, but at this point, I think a lot of people has made it bad for other people, so they really just gotta, apply and go through the process just like everybody else. Because let's not forget, there was actually a lot of Hispanics and Latin people who actually voted for Trump to put a grip on the immigration problem as well.
Whitewash Mexican. Trump doesn't even like Mexicans. What? So he doesn't like me? Why are you telling me that right now? I already voted for him, man. I already voted for Donald Trump. Of course he likes Mexicans, Vato. What are you talking about? Man.
People just like talking,
come on,
bro.
My friend. Please don't tell me that you watch CNN, because I can tell by the comment. Or you're probably following Carlos Eduardo.
Listen, bro, you can definitely tell the CNN responses, even in these comments that are going to be here, right? You can definitely tell. Look for the most emotional of the emotional responses. CNN.
Tell me that you watch CNN.
The View.
Because I can tell by the comment. Or you're probably following Carlos Eduardo Espina. Noticia de última hora. And honestly, he doesn't have to like me or like Mexicans. I mean, all that I care, it's about the best for this country and what he's been doing for the American people. And you know what's crazy? That a lot of people are voting for Kamala Harris just because they don't like Donald Trump. Even though that their values, they don't align with the Democratic Party. They totally align with the Republicans, but because they don't like Donald Trump, they decide to vote for Kamala Harris. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
If you voted for Trump, you are not allowed in Mexico.
Here's what I have a problem with.
Okay.
About 8 to 9% of Mexico's economy comes from the tourist industry. If you take away that, you hurt the economy, which I have no problem with. It's not my country.
Right.
Most of those vacation cities like Cancun, Cabo, all of them are already expensive for people to live in. Most residents from Mexico don't live there. It's also one of the dumbest arguments you can make. You have the double standard of being fine with illegal immigrants coming into America, but you don't want Trump supporters going into Mexico.
And deep down, she know that the tourist sector in Mexico is a nice percentage for a financial hub and base for those good people. So it will really hurt Mexico country if Americans don't come down there and spend their money.
Of the flurry of executive orders by President Trump, this one stands out and it's unexpected. He's ordered that 30,000 beds are to be made available at Guantanamo Bay for criminal illegal aliens.
Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back. So we're going to send them right back to Guantanamo. This will double our capacity immediately, right? And tough. That's a tough place to get out of.
Clearly, this raises many questions. Who precisely will be held there? Is it some sort of a facility to indefinitely detain people who can't or won't be sent home? Clearly, many legal and moral questions.
Yeah, and that's kind of my thing here. Like, I've had a couple of instances where we kind of had multiple conversations here on the channel. Let me start this over here because I'm going crazy out here. Too many thoughts in my head here. I guess what I'm trying to say here is I'm trying to actually think about what is the end game, guys, because there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be moderately stateless in the process of sending people back to their countries, right? And obviously, if you are stateless, then that means you're not even you're a person, but barely. You get what I mean here? Now, if there are people that are committing all these crimes in the United States of America, I'm sorry, I don't care about your existence anymore. You forfeited all of that. All of that. If you are stateless because you committed crimes and you were in here already in an illicit manner, then I don't know how I should feel about that. So I won't, right? But yeah, so there are going to be a lot of people that are going to be made stateless. And the concept of being stateless is absolutely troubling because, again, where do they go? How long are they going to be there? If their country won't take them back, what happens there, guys? They can't come back here, and they also can't stay there indefinitely. So what's the next step? I would love that answer.
Who can't or won't be sent home. Clearly, many legal and moral questions. Guantanamo is synonymous with America's war on terror, torture, the orange jumpsuits.
Yeah.
But there is a separate naval facility there, which does have an existing migrant facility. Now, the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, said it's an interim holding center, a transit location, and that it's nothing to do with the military prison. He said that it will allow for the government to humanely move illegals out of the country
and
back
sense.
to the countries where they came from in the proper process. So not quite what the president said, but still totally in line with his hardline policy for mass deportations.
That makes sense,
Mexico
guys.
shut off trade with the U.S. After a 25% U.S. tariff, Mexico might finally say, enough. Mexico isn't just any trading partner. They're America's #1. Wait, what? Now brace yourself for this. Detroit, $137 billion in Mexican auto parts gone. Your next car price? Through the roof. But wait, it gets worse. Your grocery store? About to look very different. Winter veggies? Gone. Avocados? Extinct. And your grocery bill? Doubled. And here's where it hits even harder. American farmers in serious trouble. Their #1 export market, Mexico, vanished. Ready for the knockout punch? The U.S. imports 1.2 million barrels of Mexican oil every single day. Without it, gas prices about to go crazy.
Right.
In the States, Texas, $200 billion in trade gone. California, over $100 billion. And Arizona and New Mexico, their economies on the verge of collapse. But here's the real question. Would Mexico actually pull the plug? Comments below.
Mexican.
Okay, no, they won't. They can't. Right? They just can't. Now, everything that we just saw in that video, pretty accurate. I mean, it's pretty accurate. That's what could happen if things go really bad, right? But guys, every single person, every single country around the world is taking advantage of us. We can no longer allow this to happen. So if that is the case, unfortunately, that is the case. We'll have to, obviously give some type of help to the American people if that happens. Though, but let's continue.
President
But every economist basically is, not every. I would say the the lion's share of economists are agreeing in that with that basic video, though.
Firing back at President Trump's signing of an order to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico.
A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
In response to President Trump's declaration, Claudia Sheinbaum said the Gulf of Mexico is internationally recognized and has been since 1607. This comes as Trump is saying the U.S. will impose tariffs in a few weeks.
Yeah, Diane, there is no international law governing the names of international waterways. And so the United States can call the Gulf of Mexico whatever they want. And here in Mexico and in the rest of the world, they'll call it whatever you want. That's
exactly
what this is. Really,
guys, that's exactly what happens around the world. So, like, there are countries who do not recognize other countries' existence. So if it can happen with other countries, then it can definitely happen with waterways, and it already has happened, guys.
I think it's more symbolic of the overall relationship that's going to be more contentious between the United States and Mexico. There's no question that this is a populist appeal in the United States. It's something that President Trump can sell to his base as an America First policy. And in Mexico, I don't think they're really going to care all that much because it doesn't mean all that much. What they will care about is working with the United States on migration, is those impending tariffs. These are points of contention. You know, when the United States says they're going to declare certain cartels based here in Mexico as foreign terrorist organizations and won't rule out the use of military force within Mexico's sovereign territory, those are the things that they're going to care about more. No question about it. And it signals a much more contentious relationship.
Definitely.
I don't know why some people love to taunt bulls with a red flag. They should know that our president is petty as hell. He loves the drama. He loves when people try to play with him. But you guys be sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of.
All right, guys. Oh, this is a wild one, guys. I definitely like the name. Sorry, I like it. Gulf of America, why not? All right, now listen, it was called, if we talk about the history of it, it was obviously Gulf of Mexico because for the most part, Mexico owned all of that land that surrounded at least well over 50% of it, okay? Most of that was Mexico when it was called Gulf of Mexico. Now we own most of it, okay? So why are we still calling it Gulf of Mexico? We don't have to. We can call it Gulf of anything, guys, right now, in reality at least. And while in Mexico, they can call it whatever they want to call it on their maps. What's the problem here? It's not that big of a deal at all. That's not even an issue here. In fact, what they should definitely be worried about are those two things that were basically said at the end here. So now what we do know is the Pentagon has sent multiple troops down to the border to basically what looks to be invade Mexico? Potentially. It's not off the table, I think is what the guy said, right? It's not off the table. Don't worry, right? If we're going to send them down there, and if they don't do anything to fix it by Tuesday, when the tariffs are coming, right? They're coming down, then they're just, listen, things about to get spicy. And I'm not sure, hopefully they just, I don't know, bro. Hopefully they just allow, like, us to do something with the cartels. If they just allow it, then I think things are probably better than if they don't allow it and we just do it, right? Because I'm pretty sure that's you're sending the American military into a sovereign country, guys. I mean that's a war, almost by definitions, I would think here, guys. So let's see where this takes us. We'll be following along, absolutely. But all right, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly.